Hi and hello everyone, welcome back. In this video we'll be discussing zone information module that has been recently released in Python 3.9, and that is one of the best features that I liked in Python 3.9. The conversion of time zones has become quite easy, and it can be done just within 2 to 3 lines of Python code. Earlier it wasn't that easy, and I'll show you how. I'll show you both the code in Python 3.9 and 3.8 and how things were like difficult earlier and how it has become quite easy. In order to work with Python time zone or zone information module, we need to install a couple of things. First of all, we need to install Python pytz, right? So let's do it. Okay, that is already installed. Now we're going to install py or time zone data. So let's do this. Pip install tz data. That has also been installed, and we also need date and time module of Python. So we are going to install pip install date time, and that is also installed. So all of these three are installed. So let's import that from date time. Okay, import date time, comma, and we also need time zone. Okay, so that is the common library between the two, Python 3.9 and Python 3.8. So let's okay, in Python 3.9, and basically I'm running the version of Python 3.9 at the moment. So you can see it's Python 3.9. Okay, so okay, in Python 3.9, let's first begin with defining zone information. So let's do it. Okay, I named this as variable c and zone info. Okay, this is the function, and we're going to define time zone as we can define time zone as Asia, Kolkata. Okay, that's done, and let's print it. Okay, what we have done here in Python 3.9, we can define keys related to time zone. So this is one of the key. So if we run this code in Python 3.8, it won't run. It will give an error. But in Python 3.9, it will run. However, we just forgot to import time zone or zone information library. So from zone info, import zone info. Yep, that was the thing that we missed, and therefore it wasn't coming as we expected. So Python, so this is the zone info1.py file, and let's see what it gives. So this is giving an error from date time, import date time and time zone, module not found, no module need date time. Okay, date time. Okay, I just spelled it wrong, and that created this error. Now it's perfect, and I should run the file now, and it is giving me this Asia Kolkata. Now when I try this in Python 3.8, I have the environment of Python 3.8 also running. So let's try this. Now this is Python 3.8 environment. Let's first check the version, Python version. So you can see here it's 3.8.6 Python version. So that's not Python 3.9. And now running the code is Python zone info1.py. So it's giving me error. And what is the error? Line 4. From zone info, import zone information. Module not found. No module named zone info. Okay. So it couldn't find this module there. If I install like pip times z tz and pip tz data and pip pytz over there also, so let's see if it is able to process that. Pip install pytz. Okay, it was already installed there. And pip install tz data. Okay, and now again running the code, it is still giving the error. So you can see in Python 3.9 this zone information has newly been added. Python earlier version of Python did not have, and with this module of zone information we can define a zone information, or actually the zone key in Python. Now how will it help in conversion? Let's see this. So let's do this. I just create a post underscore date variable, and then date time dot now function, and define this uh, time zone argument and give it as a date time, or actually time zone dot utc. So what actually it is doing, it is just finding out what is the time now, and and uh, and it's storing this in post underscore date with UTC time zone. So let's just for conversion we would need now. I'm creating another variable now, and then post underscore date dot as time zone. So this is the method defined here, and I just use this. Within this I'm going to pass the variable, or the zone information z here, actually z here. Z has this zone information. Okay, and let's just print now. Okay, in fact we also print post underscore date, so we get a good idea of what's going on in post underscore date. So okay, let's run this in Python 3.9. I have saved it and now running Python 3.9. So this is the first thing it is printing, the loan information, Asia Kolkata, and then it's printing post underscore date in UTC, and it is giving UTC time, that is 11:21 on 2nd of December 2020, and then it is converting the time into Asia Kolkata time, and it is taking this as key, Asia Kolkata data we passes in the variable z, and it is converting this into this time zone of UTC plus 5:30. So it's giving 421, or in fact 451. So how easy and simple it has become in Python 3.9. With Python 3.8, even we can use the module date time, but it isn't available but the zone information isn't available. So let's do this. D equals to date time dot now, and then I'm going to pass this argument of tz, that is time zone dot utc, and it's done. I'm just commenting out the code for Python 3.9 so it does not create any error. If I run in Python 3.8.6 and printing the variable d, and let's see what it does. Is it still giving error, or it just runs the code? In fact, I should just Python zone info 1.py, and it is giving time zone in UTC. But for conversion, there is no direct way. I have to write a big code to convert this into, for example, Calcutta and Asia Calcutta time zone. Now in Python 3.9, this has become very easy with zone information definition. We can just define the key in zone information, and we can pass this on in the as time zone function, and it is done. I hope you enjoyed it. May you have any queries, feel free to get in touch and stay tuned. Thank you.